live.
Good morning, and welcome to the Pete Braley Show. This is show number 39. I'm Pete Braley, along with my co-host and chief producer, Matt, my son.
That's me.
Hello.
Yes.
And studio dog Charlie, who just before we went live, got up from his comfy blanket by my feet and wandered over to the door. Now, Trish is not home this morning, so we don't know what he's looking for. We don't know what's going to happen,
but hopefully he settles down. That's the goal.
Yeah. He has, would you say tripled in size since we got him?
Definitely doubled.
He was like this, right?
Yeah.
And he's now at least doubled his size.
Yeah, I would say doubled his size.
And if he wanders over this way, I don't know. Maybe I'll try to pick him up.
That's probably not a good idea. We don't need you hurting your elbow even more.
Okay. Yeah. Charlie, come lay down. Lay down.
He's chilling for now.
All right.
We'll see what happens.
Welcome to Wednesday. Got to admit, a little sleepy this morning. I don't know why. Just kind of tossed and turned a bit last night, but a little sleepy this morning. He got a brand new air conditioner yesterday.
I did. Very nice. Very nice.
And he's so psyched because it has a remote.
Yes. So I can sit at my desk and AC, no AC, laying in bed, AC, middle of the night, AC. Don't even have to get up. Laziness, my friends. It's wonderful.
Do you find that, I don't think the one you had, well, the one you had, was it? Yeah, I guess it was old, right? I guess we had it a couple of years.
Yeah, probably like 4 or 5 years.
Okay, so is this one like noticeably different? Like,
no.
This one's so much better. No?
I don't think AC technology has changed much.
Okay.
I don't think so. I mean, this one works, so I would say that's the biggest difference, is this one actually blows cold air.
The other one doesn't.
Yes,
yeah.
Exactly.
We had internet issues yesterday. If you tried to watch the show, if you watched the show, you didn't see the very beginning, right? Anymore on the
yeah, it was posted? The first. I believe it was the first 5 minutes technically, but like 2 minutes of that was the intro music.
Right.
So you just missed a couple things.
So one of the things that we talked about was response to pet peeves of people while driving.
Yes.
Things that drivers hate.
Yeah.
And just to sum it up, I got some that said they can't stand it when people are on the cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it always happens. You pass someone who's either swerving or driving fast and slow, and they're on the phone, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And someone else said, pick a lane. Pick
a
lane. Would you decide where you want to go?
That is annoying.
Yeah.
Just merging in lanes in general is rather annoying.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I had that happen to me yesterday, the thing you were talking about. I was in the left-hand lane.
Mm-hmm.
This is 3 lanes. I was in the left-hand lane. There was someone in the right-hand lane. So I wanted to come into the middle lane.
Yep.
And again, just like you said, I was watching that guy saying, what if he decides to move out just as I move in?
I always try to find a spot where there's no one in the middle or the right lane, so I don't even need to worry about it.
Yeah.
But sometimes that's not an option.
I do. Another question I have that I thought of yesterday was, do you like binge watching a show with your spouse? Or in your case, with a friend or with one of your siblings.
In my case, with my dog.
Yeah. Do you like binge watching with your dog? Or does it frustrate you sometimes that you have to wait for them? And the reason I ask this is because I finally got Priscilla to binge watch a show. She's watching Schitt's Creek with me.
Yeah, she loves it. It's great.
And you probably hear her laughing from upstairs, right?
Oh, yeah. It's a funny show.
And, I'm glad that we have a show to watch together, but there are 2 days a week, Monday and Wednesday, where she has a 24-hour shift. And Monday night, I can remember saying, what am I going to watch? Maybe I'll watch it. No, I can't watch that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was wondering, does anybody else have a little, it's nice that you have a show together, but
I haven't really been in a situation, at least in a long time, where I've had to wait for somebody else to watch a show. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I live on my means. When I want to do things, I do it.
That's it.
Yes. I'm lonely, but that's okay.
We'd love to hear from you in the chat this morning. Let us know what's going on with your life.
Yeah, what's up? Who's listening? Who's here?
Feel free to check in on and give us your opinion on things we bring up today. It is Wednesday, July 28th. It is National Milk Chocolate Day. And I'm a fan of milk chocolate.
I am. I'm a big fan. Not a fan of dark chocolate.
No, well, I can eat it. And white chocolate sometimes is nice.
White chocolate's okay. My issue with dark chocolate is the aftertaste. I feel like it has a really weird aftertaste.
Okay.
Just can't mess around with that. Milk chocolate is the way to go.
Yeah, I'm a milk
But they
chocolate.
do say dark chocolate is healthier, right? To have a little bit of dark chocolate.
Yes, I have heard that.
Yeah, it's good for your heart or something like that. Which seems counterintuitive, but anyways.
What, the chocolate is actually good for you?
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah. It's National Water Park Day. National Water Park Day.
I haven't been to a water park, and I don't even know how long.
You a fan of them, though? When we used to go to Waterways?
It was okay.
Yeah.
It was like a fun family experience to do once a summer, but I'm not crazy about them.
And today is Buffalo Soldier Day, which I thought, I almost, deleted that and said, well, we don't need to. But then I read the story, and it was quite interesting. It commemorates the formation of the first regular Army regiments comprising African-American soldiers in 1866. Wow. 1866, the first regular Army comprised of African-American soldiers. On the date book for this day, in 1858 was the first use of fingerprints as a means of identification. In 1858. 1896, the city of Miami was incorporated. On this day in 1900, hamburger was created by Louis Lassing in Connecticut. Let's think about that. How did he... he's probably looking at, a slice of beef.
I wonder... Hold on, I need to make sure Charlie's not eating wires. What are you doing, buddy?
He is...
He ate a bug, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, protein.
So now he's looking for more bugs.
Yeah.
He's with you now. There he is. Can you see him from this? There he is. Charles. As for the hamburger thing, I'm almost wondering, what was the first ground beef thing? Like, was meatloaf, maybe? Maybe someone's just like, hey, let's eat this.
Yeah.
And then he was probably like, what if we made it in a singular serving?
Okay.
And he was probably he was probably smart, and he was like, well, meatloaf is trash, so let's slap some bread on it and make it something else.
I like meatloaf, but
it's okay.
But
I don't hate it as much as potato salad. I think it's overrated, though.
I was just trying to get into his mind, Yeah. I mean, here's a guy who's got some beef. He's like, what if I ground this up? What would that do? Yeah.
Well, I wonder if he was was he the ground beef guy? Is that what it means? Like, he made hamburger, like the ground beef, or did he make a hamburger?
Oh, well, there's no A before the word hamburger.
All right, so I guess he grounded it up.
Somebody I told you he was cuddly this morning.
Yeah, he's very sleepy and cuddly.
He was licking my toes before because I'm wearing my sandals again. On this day in 1951, Walt Disney's animated musical Alice in Wonderland was released. Want to scratch your belly? Okay. And
biting your shirt.
Celebrity birthday on this day in 1929, Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis was born in Southampton, New York. He's biting my hands. Of course, she passed away in 1994.
I'm realizing now that I forgot to bring his toys in here.
Oh, well...
Well, because he never chews on them. Like, he always just lays on the blanket.
Right.
And so the one day I don't bring his bed and his toys in here, he's
chewing on my chair.
Chewing on everything.
Yeah, yeah. Charlie, lay down. Don't chew on the chair. Don't you? Welcome to the Charlie Show.
Yeah, this is our life. Just getting him to not bite things.
No.
He's very aggressive for some reason all of a sudden. Yeah, lay down, buddy.
Okay.
Maybe we can proceed.
Coming up today, BuzzFeed asked married people to reveal the weirdest things they learned about their partners after moving in with them.
Okay.
This could be fun. Do you have gift cards laying around that you haven't used? You'd be surprised to know how many in the country are people just don't use their gift cards.
Oh, yeah.
And Tom Brady shows off his incredible accuracy. But is it fake? I don't know if you've seen the video going around, but now some people are saying he didn't do that.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Any folks checking in?
Yeah, Diane said, good morning, gents. I hate to binge with hubby because he stays up watching several in a row and gets ahead of me.
Yeah.
That would be me. I stay up too late watching shows. And Mrs. Guy says, good morning, all. Good morning to you, too.
Good morning, Mrs. Guy. Yes.
And that's it.
Diane also sent us, she sent us a couple of messages yesterday, but one of them was that her first car was orange. Remember you talked about orange car? And my first car was an orange Javelin.
Was it orange by choice? Or because sometimes first cars you don't really have a choice. So that would be my question to you. Was it orange by choice or just because that was the one that was available?
Do you remember my Uncle Al?
Yes.
He had a car lot, Pleasant Motors. And I used to laugh because he wasn't the most energetic, happy-go-lucky guy.
Mm-hmm.
So he would answer the phone at his garage and go, Pleasant Motors.
If that doesn't get you to want to buy a car.
There's nothing pleasant at all but Pleasant Motors.
But buy a car from me.
I bought a car for my uncle, and I remember, one day I went to his lot, and I saw the Javelin was a sporty car, and it had a race stripe on the side.
Oh.
So, yeah, and orange.
So yours was by choice?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Diane said it was my parents' car, the one I took my driving test in. It was burnt orange because it was the 70s Carmen Gia.
Gia. It was called a
Oh,
Carmen Gia.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
Showing my age here.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or lack of.
That's why we make a good team.
Sure.
All right, let me check the news, and then we'll get into some stuff here today. The House Select Committee tasked with investigating the January 6th attack on the Capitol held its first hearing yesterday, in which lawmakers heard dramatic, emotional accounts from law enforcement officers who defended the building against a mob. Chairman Benny Thompson, a Democrat from Mississippi, said, "We're going to revisit some of those moments today, and it won't be easy." He also praised the officers for holding the line. 2 Boston hospitals are among the best in the nation, according to new rankings by U.S. News and World Report. Mass General Hospital came in 5th on the 2021-2022 Best Hospitals Honor Roll. In areas of specialties, MGH finished 2nd in diabetes and endocrinology and ear, nose, and throat, and 3rd in psychiatry. Brigham and Women's Hospital is ranked 14th in the new survey. It's ranked 4th in cancer treatments through its association with the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. A woman in Phoenix is lucky to be alive after a metal beam went through her windshield and into the back seat just inches from her head. The woman was driving when a pickup truck hauling a trailer hit a bump and caused the pole to fly through the air, passing through her windshield, embedding the 4-foot piece of metal in the back seat of her SUV. Luckily, the woman wasn't injured, but the driver of the truck took off, and police are still looking for him. And I love stories like this. A couple in Iowa who was married for 73 years died just hours apart. The 96-year-old woman died in the morning, and then her 94-year-old husband died 15 hours later. The couple got married May 30th, 1948. They had 3 children and 9 grandchildren.
Just to be clear, you don't like the story because they died. You like it because they died close together.
Exactly.
I feel like we should clarify.
Yeah, we should clarify. And to be honest, I know you never want to talk about this stuff, but I mean that's the way I like it. I would like it for me and Mom. You know.
Wow, we're getting dark here on a Wednesday morning.
Well, it's a cloudy morning here in southern New England. But
I will say, if everything shuts off just at once, it's because Charlie is walking all around the cords right now. So I'm trying to play like traffic guard, but
right,
crossing guard, whatever it is.
Big Olympic news yesterday, just after the show, I guess, or near the end of the show. Simone Biles took herself out of the competition. We'll get to that in just a moment, but back-to-school shopping has already begun. I remember when I was a kid and the back-to-school flyers, back in the day when they were newspapers, when the back-to-school flyers started showing up, it just bummed me out. You know, the stuff would show up, and I'd be like, don't rush my summer away, you know?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to... This is stressful right now.
Is it really with Charlie?
He's just dancing around everything, trying to eat a bunch of stuff. All right, he's laying down. Back to school. Yes, no, that's always the worst time of the year. I hate the month of August completely.
Because of that?
Maybe not this year. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
We'll
it's
be
always
curious.
filled with this, like, I don't know, this weird, anxious depression. Like the summer's coming to an end.
Yeah.
It sucks.
New research shows that parents are spending an average of, do you want to know? $843 on each child.
That can't be. Is that true? Do you think? I don't think we ever spent that much.
It does.
I mean, I was a kid.
It does seem
so
high.
You often like misjudge numbers when you're a kid.
Yeah, it does seem high. Does anybody else agree or disagree with that? $843 on each child. That is up, by the way, from 19% from an average of $707 last year. More than a third of parents are starting their back-to-school shopping earlier this year. In fact, half of parents will have started their back-to-school shopping before August even arrives.
If you just saw the camera nudge a little bit, that's because Charlie just walked right underneath it.
Of those staying ahead of the game and getting their shopping finished early, 2 out of 3 are doing so to help them budget better. 59% want to take advantage of sales. Clothes, school supplies, and backpacks are the top things American parents are prepared to splurge on for this back-to-school season. See, the thing we did is we didn't go crazy with back-to-school clothing because you were going back to school in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't need sweaters and jeans. You didn't need that till later,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I remember that. It would be like we would buy a couple summer outfits, but we really wouldn't go shopping until later on to buy stuff for the actual school year.
Right. And then, what is it, the first night of school or second night of school, it's like a big town outing. You run into everybody at Staples.
At Staples, yep. Yeah.
Getting all the, what? You need so many 1-inch binders.
Notebooks.
And the other.
Well, because the first day is when they tell you what you need. If they were smart, they would tell you in advance, but if there's one thing school is, it's smart. Anyways, back to you.
In sport, and let us know if you think that $843 per child is rather high.
Mrs. Guy says, does your story say what costs so much? I can't imagine. It was shoes. Charlie, don't scratch at the door, buddy. Come on now. It was... Did you say it was?
No,
like
it didn't
shoes?
say. It didn't say.
They said they were willing to splurge on backpacks and shoes.
Yeah,
my guess
Clothing,
would be shoes.
Shoes.
Backpacks are ridiculously expensive for some reason. He's walking around the courts again.
Yeah.
This is going to go wrong. Those would be the two things I would think: shoes and a backpack. Backpacks are like $60.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, if you're getting like Nike, Adidas, stuff like that.
Right.
But yeah, it's all around like $50-$60. It's crazy.
Oof.
Yeah.
All right, in sports, last night's Red Sox-Blue Jays game was postponed due to severe weather conditions in the Fenway area. It'll be made up as the first game of a split 7-inning doubleheader today. Game 1 is scheduled at 2:10. Game 2 will be at 7:10. Yeah, that'll be weird today, 2 7-inning games. The Russian team won the gold medal in women's gymnastics after U.S. star Simone Biles exited with a medical issue. The Russian team was first, with the U.S. in second place getting the silver. Simone Biles, the 24-year-old, considered to be the greatest gymnast of all time, huddled with a trainer after landing her vault routine. She then exited the competition floor with the team doctor. Over the last couple of years, Biles has become an outspoken advocate for athletes' rights and the importance of proper mental health. There was a time where she felt she wasn't right and just powered through it because that's what people expected of her. But evidently not anymore.
I will say it can't be easy to go into the competition knowing that you're not going to be judged fairly.
Yeah, we were talking about this yesterday.
Yeah.
Because the judges announced that they weren't going to judge her the same as the others.
Because she's too good.
Yeah.
And it wasn't fair to the others.
Because her routines were too difficult. I just think that's wrong.
And I think it's funny that you said considered to be the greatest of all time, because I feel like that right there shows that she's the greatest. I mean, you have to be, if they're not willing to score you fairly because you're too good, you're the greatest of all time.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, that must be tough to go in knowing that you're not going to be scored fairly. Plus, it's not fair because that was the team event too. So it's not fair going into it. She's not going to be judged fairly, and it's going to affect the team.
Right?
So.
The U.S. men's basketball team crushed Iran 120-96 today for their first win of the Olympics. Now, a victory Saturday against the Czech Republic will give the Americans a berth into the medal round next week, so they need to win Saturday. Another live-action film to tell you about. We'll get to that next in entertainment news. Do you talk in your sleep?
I don't know.
Of course, you wouldn't know because
you
sleep alone and you're in another room with the door closed.
Thanks, Dad. Can always count on you for some positive information.
Just stating facts.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you talk in your sleep, you may want to reduce the stress in your life. Your mother talks in her sleep.
I enjoy when people say things like that. You might want to reduce the stress in your life, as if it's like something you can just take out.
Dial down.
As if it's like, you know what, you're right, let me just take that out of my diet. Like it's like that's just an easy thing to do.
Need to learn to de-stress.
Therapy.
Yeah. Experts say genetics or increased alcohol consumption might play a role in talking in your sleep, and another major factor is excessive stress. So maybe your mom's drinking. I don't know.
Maybe. Wow.
I'm kidding.
This is a great day today.
I'm kidding. To prevent talking in your sleep, it is suggested that you change your lifestyle. Okay, I won't
just
work.
change it.
I won't work anymore.
Just change it.
Change your lifestyle to include less alcohol and more hours of sleep could help. They also say to reduce the stress in your life and don't drink caffeine late in the day. Now, we've mentioned caffeine before, so I try to shut that off by 2.
Yeah, most of the time, yes. Every now, like yesterday, I had a nice 3 p.m. coffee.
Did you?
Yeah.
Didn't bother you a lot. Well, you stay up late anyway, right?
I mean, not as late as I used to.
Yeah.
Progress. We're progressing over here.
I think here we are talking about your mom when she's not here.
Yeah. It's our favorite hobby.
I think stress is her because it seems to be like when she's talking in her sleep, it's work related.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like I've done it a couple times where like I've woken myself up. Woken? Is that it?
Woke.
I've awakened.
You have awakened.
I have awakened.
Yeah. Yes.
And I noticed I was talking, and you're alone in your room, but you still look around. And you're like, did anyone hear me? What? Am I embarrassing myself? But yeah, so I think I do occasionally.
Entertainment news this morning. It is a live-action Pokemon series that's in the work at Netflix. I just can't. I try to imagine this live-action Pokemon.
I mean, every time they say it sounds crazy, and then they do it.
The TV project, based on the wildly popular trading cards and video games, is in early development. Several seasons of the Pokemon anime series are already on the streaming service. Is that still a thing with people going around with their phones to places?
It is still a thing, but it's not as big as it was.
Okay.
The hype has died down, but it's still a thing. I know some people that do it. I've never been into Pokemon.
No.
I kind of missed that. Doug and Sarah briefly.
I thank my lucky stars.
Well, Doug and Sarah briefly did. Or Yu-Gi-Oh! Something.
Oh, yeah.
But it was a really short phase, and me and Kat never got into it.
And if you're a Matt Damon fan, I don't know if this is going to change your mind here. I read this morning that Matt Damon, one of the biggest diehard Boston area sports fans, admitted that he would root against the Patriots in a Super Bowl if they played the Bucs and Tom Brady.
No.
He made the comment on the Dan Patrick Show yesterday, saying that if it came down to Tom Brady's Buccaneers versus the Patriots in this year's Super Bowl, he'll be cheering for Brady. He said, listen, I love that guy. Damon is from Cambridge. He's been a Patriots fan since forever, but it's clear his relationship with Brady outweighs all of that.
See, I love Brady as well, but there would be nothing more satisfying than beating Brady. Plus, Brady's won enough, and now he's proven that he can win with a different team.
Yeah.
Now it's our turn to prove that we can win without him.
Right.
And last year we tried, we failed. But maybe this year.
You can't really judge anything on last year because there was 4 or 5 players who opted out because of COVID.
Yep. Which is funny that most of them were defensive players, and our defense was actually pretty good last year. So our defense should be phenomenal this year.
With the guys coming back.
Yeah, and we picked up some new guys. I'm excited for the defense this year.
I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with Cam Newton, but he's going to have a full training camp.
Plus, he did get corona early in the season.
Yeah.
And they said that he kind of dealt with that throughout the whole season. So
I don't know if it ends up being... How do you feel with Cam Newton?
I have always been probably too optimistic about Cam Newton. I mean, we saw his MVP season. Like, he has it in him. Like, he's done it before where he's been the greatest quarterback in the league.
Right.
So I feel like it can come back, and I really want to see MVP Cam. I'm also excited about Mac Jones, though. Apparently, everyone's been saying he's been looking really good in training camp. So.
Did you notice everybody's like, what's his name? What, Jason Stidham?
Oh,
Stidham?
Stidham. I think it's Stidham.
I think he's still there, but
I think
nobody talks about it.
I don't know what his first name is. It starts with, is it Justin?
Is it Jason?
Maybe it's Jason. Maybe. Someone let us know. I don't even know. But yeah, no, I'm excited for Cam and Mac Jones. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
And evidently, Belichick has said that it's wide open. So I guess there is a quarterback competition.
I will say it's. I think it'll be Cam to start the season, but he's going to be on a short leash.
Oh, yeah.
So that's also why I'm kind of optimistic because, he knows that one slip up and Mac Jones is right there.
So
I think this is his season to prove himself. If he doesn't do well this season, he's gone.
Yeah.
And it'll probably be tough for him to get another starting spot.
Yeah.
It's my personal opinion. Not qualified at all.
Anybody weighing in this morning? Or?
Yes. Let me see what we got here.
All right.
Gary says, my first car was a 1988 Buick Century. That thing was a tank. Buick Century.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And I bet your parents loved that because we were talking about smart cars yesterday and about how if you get a fender bender, you're not walking away.
Mm-hmm. The smart car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did I say?
No, you were just said we were talking about it. It was the smart car that we were talking about.
Parents used to love giving kids a car that had some metal around it. You know, you've got some protection if something happens.
Not the aluminum like the smart car.
Yeah.
It's not actually made of aluminum. I don't think. Honestly, I have no idea. Val M says Carmen Gias. Carmen Gias are highly sought after by collectors, even orange ones.
Really?
Diane, where's it at?
Yeah, where is it?
Sell it. Make that money. Mrs. Guy says, "There's your story." Oh, I already read that one. Sorry.
All right.
So unprofessional. No, I do have more here. Dana says, "Morning game, vertical coffee. Sorry, I'm late. Car wouldn't start." Oh no.
Vertical.
Well,
okay.
Did it start though? I'm assuming it did.
I'm assuming it did.
Sounds like it did.
Yeah.
Diane says, hold off on purchasing back-to-school clothes until October and get them on sale. Kids will wear their spring and summer things to school for a while. Yeah, because I feel like we would buy like summer stuff, like shorts and tank tops and everything.
I'm not going to buy you hoodies.
You wear it for 2 weeks. The weather kind of breaks like end of September.
Yeah.
Beginning of October. So, I mean, you're wearing it for like 2-3 weeks, and then you move on to like jeans and sweatshirts and all that stuff.
By the way, Charlie update, he has laid down at my feet.
Yes. He's quiet.
He's quiet.
Dana says, I'm with you guys. Respect her choice. This is Simone Biles. I'm with you guys. Respect her choice to remove herself from the BS. I agree.
I guess there's a British well, he used to be on CNN, Piers Morgan.
Yes.
And I guess he came out and said some critical stuff about I don't know what he said, so I have to preface this with that. Mm-hmm. But I guess he said some critical stuff of her decision, and people are getting all over his case. So...
Yeah, I just love people that like aren't in the situation weighing in on the situation, saying like.
And she also said if her head wasn't in it, there's a very good chance she could get hurt.
But also, it's a team event, so she thought she wasn't in a place where she could compete for the team. So she took her. I think there's nothing more courageous and brave to be the best at what you do and to say I'm not ready today. Like I can't. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
And Dana also says, I'm the reason Trish is an alcoholic.
She's not an alcoholic.
She's not. It was a joke. It was a joke. No one chopped this up into a clip and sent it to her. We're going to get in trouble, and then we're not going to get dinner tomorrow night.
They'll say, look, this is what you said.
Yeah. Diane says, Pokemon is making a comeback, including Pokemon Go, thus the live-action movie to cash in on it. Yeah, the cards are going crazy.
Again? Wow.
Pretty much all trading cards for investment purposes are going crazy. That's a big alternative investment nowadays.
Right.
Sports cards, Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh, all that stuff.
That's one thing that used to get me about collectibles is that people would say, you know, I've got a Carl Yastrzemski rookie card. Mm-hmm. It's in excellent condition. I can't say one of my baseball cards would be in excellent condition because I played with them. I held them.
That's the thing, yeah. And to make real money off it, you need to get it graded, which can cost a couple $100.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so it's a big thing. I wanted to get into it, but it was honestly like too much homework.
And they would say things like, with toys, with classic toys, they would say, "I have it. It's in its original box, never been opened." Well, then what'd you buy it for?
Because those people somehow, like I don't know how these people do it, but they could see that it was going to rise in value, so they knew ahead of time that it was going to rise in value, which is crazy. I don't know how people know that.
I played with my stuff.
Yeah. Dana says car started, day off today, forgot what time it was. Giggle. Yeah. He also said, "Amen, Matt. Hells yeah. Hells yeah.
Hells yeah.
Yeah.
Hells yeah." All right. Before we get into our first little skit here from BuzzFeed.
We're doing a skit? I didn't rehearse.
I call it a bit.
Okay.
Before we get into our first bit, very weird story I found on Twitter. Ponehenge.
Oh, yes.
You know how there's Stonehenge in England? Ponehenge is a patch of farmland off of Old Sudbury Road in Lincoln, Massachusetts. I Googled it. There are many articles about it. Here's what it looks like. Dozens of abandoned rocking horses have been left there since 2010, and no one knows who started it.
It's really creepy, but I love it at the same time.
There's just rocking horses.
It's hilarious.
Just, yeah. It's on Old Sudbury. If you Google Ponehenge, it'll come up. Old Sudbury Road in Lincoln, Massachusetts.
That's crazy. My thing is, how do you do that and not want to take credit for it? Like, that must be the hardest thing to see. I mean, maybe it's just because, I don't know, maybe I'm just exposing myself as an attention seeker. But, like, everyone's talking about it, and you're just sitting at home like, yep, that was me.
That's me. I did it.
That was me. Unless it's because it's kind of creepy because it's soy horses and you don't want to be exposed like that. But
well, maybe.
I think it's cool. It's really weird and creepy, but really
cool. And
cool.
I can't believe, I don't know how big Lincoln, Massachusetts is, but I can't believe somebody in town hasn't spilled the beans.
Yeah.
My brother did
That's what I'm saying. I feel like you gotta, I feel like you would want to take credit. But I think it's even cooler that we don't know who it is.
All right, so BuzzFeed asked married couples to reveal the weirdest things they have learned about their partners after moving in with them. It's an awkward stage. I remember it as being an awkward stage. You know, you get someone moving in. You're sharing your living space with someone else. So
we'll
obviously,
have to see if Trish also thinks it was that awkward.
Okay.
I would love to call her, but she's at work. That probably wouldn't be a good idea.
Well, we could try. But the first response. I learned that my husband snores when he is awake and relaxed. He can be watching TV in bed, but will start snoring, eyes open, engaging in conversation, laughing, then snoring.
That's weird, right?
Yeah.
Like that's an issue.
I can't, yeah. When we first moved in together, I learned that my husband sits down to pee. I thought it was weird until he explained that he had 4 sisters. At least I never have to worry about the seat being left up.
I mean, I guess my man's just looking for a break. You know, he just wants to sit down and take it easy, I guess.
Well, he had 4 sisters, so there must have been...
I don't know. I mean, there's been periods of time where there were more girls in this house than boys.
True.
And
true.
We all just learned to put the seat down.
Been 3 against 2.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's one thing. When I was staying at your brother's house, when I first went down to Florida, I was staying with Doug.
Yeah.
And he would have some of his Navy buddies over on the weekend, and some of these guys were married, and they were still leaving the seat up. And I'm like, how? I told my boys, put the seat down. You're never going to win that argument.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to try, I came close back when I used to try and fight it. If you think about the motions of like how many actions it takes, so as a guy,
I can see you're
if you
giving
walk
this
in
thought
with the seat down, you then have to pick it up, pee, and put it down, and then leave. If the seat's left up, the girls just have to go in, put it down, pee, and they can leave it.
One motion versus 2.
More motions and actions and work for the guys to do it than the girls. So if you want to try the argument, he's right. You'll never win.
You'll never win.
I'm a trained professional at putting the seat down.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the best argument I've ever had. But I think that just shows like arguing with family members is like the best argument doesn't win.
True.
Yeah, because I won. In my opinion, I won. Like if we're in court and I throw that argument out there, I win.
You win.
Like I don't think you have
Every
a
time.
fight against that. You don't. But yeah, I still didn't win. So it is funny because where I worked. There was a specific bathroom. There was a men's room and a ladies' room.
Okay.
And they would always leave the seat up in the men's room. And there was really no reason to put it down, but I still felt like it was like, guys, come on.
Come on.
Yeah.
I got to do this.
That's just how trained I am.
One lady said, I learned that my husband only eats his cereal out of glasses. He refuses to eat it out of a bowl. Soup, salad, whatever else, that's fine in a bowl. But cereal, nope, he needs a glass.
If it was a mug, I feel like that's okay. I've seen a lot of people
Yeah, I have seen
eat
that.
cereal
in a mug. Yeah.
I wonder if it's for the convenience. Like, I wonder if he drinks it.
Yeah.
If so, that's innovative.
Because you've got all the milk in the... Because I never time it right.
Mm-hmm.
So that the cereal and milk are gone at the same time.
Oh no,
Does
I don't
anybody?
think I don't think anyone does. I don't think anyone can.
So maybe he's a genius. You're right, because you can drink the milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless if he's still eating it with a spoon, then that's weird. Also, you can't get as much in a glass.
No.
It's a small breakfast.
Right.
Yeah.
My husband eats the entire apple. The entire thing. Core, stem, seeds, everything.
Now that's not healthy, right?
I wouldn't think so.
Does anyone know?
What is a stem
Does anyone
doing
train
in your...
professional? Who's the most qualified to answer health questions here?
Dana?
Yeah, maybe Dana. That's not healthy, right? To eat the seeds and the core? I wouldn't
don't think
so.
I know when I used to swallow watermelon seeds, my mother used to say, "You're going to grow a watermelon in your stomach."
Yeah, no, that's a myth.
Which
I'm pretty sure.
In all my years, I have never read a single story about someone with a watermelon.
Yeah,
in
no.
their
Well, I
stomach.
mean, there's no chance a watermelon could grow. I mean, we couldn't if we tried to grow a watermelon. We probably couldn't.
Probably couldn't
like,
do it.
Intentionally trying to grow one, let alone in like your stomach with
Yeah.
acid and everything.
Then you'd go to the store and you'd see a pregnant woman. You'd say, she swallowed a seed.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, if that'd be a decent way if kids ask where babies come from.
True. Good answer.
They ate a watermelon seed, and then they'll never eat one.
I was friends with my husband for 16 years before we got engaged and moved in together. That's when I found out he insists on sleeping fully clothed. Not in like a t-shirt and pajama bottoms, in his freaking jeans, shirt, even his shoes.
Yeah, that's weird.
Would that weird you out, I think, for
First
night?
off, how do you sleep? Like that's just
Yeah.
that's vastly
I
uncomfortable.
mean, I've fallen asleep on the couch fully dressed.
yeah, everybody does that. You can that you can't help.
But you're not really getting a deep sleep, and you're not there for 8 hours, you know?
Like if you unintentionally fall asleep, whatever you're in, like whatever.
Right.
But to intentionally go to bed with shoes on and jeans, that's weird.
This is a collection of things that couples found out about each other after they moved in together. I learned that my wife has a blanket she literally chews holes in. She's had it for about 20 years, and it looks like a plague blanket.
That's some like psycho stuff,
There's
right?
some issues there, I guess.
Like
Yeah.
that would scare me enough to maybe leave.
And the final entry is, and there were a couple that dealt with bathroom habits that I didn't include. But the last one, my husband sleeps with one arm straight up in the air. Now, if your mother was here, she would say, "That's what you do." Because I have, for some reason, I can remember nights when I'm dreaming, and I don't know if it's my shoulder, but it feels, so I'm like half in, half out of sleep, and I will stretch my arm. And she says I leave it up there. I can't see me leaving it up there.
Yeah, I would just be concerned with the like historic implications, you know? Don't want to look like you're supporting something. That is weird though. I don't know. That's just not, I don't know how.
Yeah.
I feel like when I go to sleep, like you just need to be completely relaxed, like your whole body. Like how do you just have
one? Yeah.
raise the roof?
Yeah, raise the roof.
Just sleeping like that. Yeah, that's weird.
So let us know if couples, if when you moved in, you found something odd about the other person's behavior.
We do have some chats. Dana says, I know people who eat ice cream out of a coffee mug. That's pretty normal, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because a coffee mug is like a good serving size for
ice cream. Yeah.
I feel like. Let's see what else we have here. Excuse me. Dana says, your system will just expel them out the waste facility plant. I still
What do you
feel
say?
like that's not healthy.
The waste facility
The waste
vent?
facility plant.
Oh, plant.
Plant. I don't know. I still don't advise people to eat the core of an apple.
Or eating the stem. Couldn't it scratch something going down? Or?
No, I feel it because, I don't know. We eat stupid stuff as humans.
Yeah.
That's I'm not so much worried about. But it's also just like so crunchy. Like
the core.
What do you just bite it and that's weird. I don't know. That's weird. I'd be running the other way.
Yeah.
Mrs. Guy said, at the Guy house, the rule was always look and adapt to your needs. In my head, it is all about women controlling men. If it were about consideration for others, women would be leaving the seat up. I mean, hey, you said it, not me.
I've never heard a woman say that.
Yeah.
So
But
thank
look
you.
and adapt to your needs. See, that would be like the considerate, logical option.
Yeah.
But that fight will never be won.
No.
Well, to the point now where like it's no longer a fight because I'm just trained. I'm like, if you told me to leave the seat up on purpose, I probably couldn't.
Probably couldn't do it.
I wouldn't even think of it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Dana said I could lie down and be out cold in 5 minutes.
Wow.
I don't think I could. It's been a long time since I've accidentally fallen asleep. But we've talked about this before. I think it's because I always have like the anxiousness of oversleeping. So I've always alarms set, glasses off is a big thing.
Right.
Like when your glasses are off, it's time to go to sleep. If your glasses are on, I don't know. I feel like there's like telltale signs that tells your body like it's time to sleep and it's time to not sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can fall asleep though.
I can?
Yes. Well, football, like second quarter, out cold. We're like,
is it? I always thought it was third. I always thought
maybe,
it was,
maybe you're right.
Third quarter.
But me and Kat will just be sitting there watching the game, and we'll just be like, "Yo, Dad, Dad, and he wakes up, huh? What'd you need?
And I'll wake up and like the other team has the ball, and I'm like, how did that happen?
Yeah. Gail said, I sometimes sleep with my arm or arms in the air straight up. My husband told me that I do this. I don't, unless it's just like a subconscious, like you have no control over it. That's what it must be.
It must be.
And you have to be already sleeping to do it. There's no way I could go to sleep with like my legs straight in the air.
Yeah, but Mom has told me I have my arm up in the air. I don't know why.
Maybe.
I don't know why.
All right, so we're going to live stream Pete sleeping tonight.
Okay.
There's going to be cameras all around his room.
All around the bed.
It's going to be a sleep study, but for everyone else. It'll be like you're in a fish tank.
I did a sleep study.
I feel like you've done more than one, haven't you?
Yeah, you're right. I think I've done two.
Yeah.
Weirdest thing.
Yeah, I don't think I could do it.
Weirdest thing. They put you in. It's not so much the cameras because they are like hidden cameras. Mm-hmm. It's not like our setup here. So they are.
Yeah,
I
don't think it would be the cameras that would bother me.
No, it's the fact that they have all these wires on you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they have all these wires on you, and you know someone's watching you. So that's in your head.
Yeah.
You know, and I move when I sleep. I go from one side. I'm a side sleeper. I like to sleep on my sides. So I go from one side, then I roll over to the other side.
Yeah, because you have to sleep on your back, right?
What's that?
You have to sleep on your back, right?
Yeah, because I can't get on my stomach. It hurts my back.
No. I'm saying for the sleep study. Like, don't you have to sleep on your back?
Yes, you. I wonder if they tell you not to roll. I can't remember, but I do know.
Because I sleep on my stomach, so like I don't. That would be
I don't know how that would work.
Weird experience.
Because you'd have all these things on you. So.
Yeah. Val M says apple seeds are delicious and taste like almonds.
Really?
I've never heard of eating apple seeds. I almost want to try it, but I don't want to at the same time. I'm also not a fan of almonds, so that's not really an intriguing offer for me.
Yeah, we talked about that with the Hershey almond bar.
Yeah. Interesting, though. I didn't know people ate, like, not just the outside of the apple.
The only seed, let me think. The only seeds I think I eat, I did sunflower seeds.
Big fan of sunflower seeds.
When we played ball. And the only other seed I think is pumpkin seeds. For some reason, we cook those.
I like pumpkin seeds.
Yeah.
Dana says, in the sleep study with all the wires, they advise you to stay on your back. See, that would mess up. Yeah, Diane said, when I had a sleep study, I really didn't sleep, so I questioned the outcome. Yeah, like how much are they getting? Because it's not like your actual sleep patterns.
I went through the test. I think I've done it twice now that you mention it. Mm-hmm. I went through this test, and they come up and say, you have a mild case of sleep apnea. So the CPAP machine might help. So we thought about this, and our insurance didn't cover it. Mm-hmm. Maybe some people do, but our insurance didn't cover it. So we looked at the cost of it, and for a mild case where it might help, I'm not spending that money.
Yeah.
You know?
Plus, I don't know. I wonder if, like, everyone that goes to sleep study, they're like, you have a mild case of sleep apnea. Because how good can you sleep at one of those?
I remember leaving the play, and they come in and they wake you up if you're asleep.
How do they wake? Do they, like, come in with a cup of coffee? They're like, hey, sweetie.
No.
It's time for school.
They come in, they flick on a light, and they go, okay, Mr. Braley.
Get up, you bastard. We got the next one coming in.
I remember leaving the place, and it was in Dartmouth on Fonscona Road, which is kind of a busy road during the day, but at 6 a.m, nobody was there. Oh. And I can remember driving away going, like, did I sleep? Did I,
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Imagine your job is watching people sleep.
Yeah.
It's kind of creepy.
And could you stay awake? I would doze off.
Well, I'm assuming that they probably sleep during the day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And they're probably drinking massive amounts of coffee.
Right. I used to work. I worked midnight to 6.
Yeah.
For only about a year, I think. But
Mrs. Guy says, Pete, every time you eat strawberries or blueberries, you are eating the seeds. That is a good point.
Blueberries too? Because I know in strawberries they're on the outside, right?
It's probably in the middle. I don't know. I don't eat blueberries. I don't know the last time I ate a blueberry.
Yeah.
I like blueberry yogurt that has like chopped up blueberries.
Blueberry pie? Have you ever had that?
No.
Okay.
No. But yeah, not a fan of like actual blueberries. I think it's a texture thing. Is the texture like grapes?
Of blueberries?
Yeah.
Similar?
I don't know. Isn't it weird how like you think some things are gross, other things like grapes are pretty gross looking to eat, but I like grapes.
Why are they gross?
I don't know the
to
texture
eat?
of grapes. That's kind of
Really?
weird. Yeah.
Huh. Never noticed that.
I don't know, but then like blueberries are, I don't know. Thinking of eating blueberries is gross to me.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right.
Anybody else? I don't know.
I have a random question for you this morning.
Okay.
Although I think this entire show is random, isn't it?
Yeah, we just talked about like sleep studies. Well, we got to sleep studies from like apples somehow. I don't even know.
You meet your 18-year-old self. You're allowed to say 3 words. What do you say?
Go back now.
Don't do it.
No, I got a good one.
What?
Buy a mask.
Buy a mask.
My 18-year-old self would be prepared for the pandemic.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Or no, how do I fit this into 3 words?
3 words.
I was going to say don't eat bat, but that wouldn't be for me. I
Right.
didn't eat the bat.
That'd be for whoever
Yeah.
did.
We don't even, is it the bat? I don't even
If
know.
it, yeah.
Yeah, who even knows if that's actually what it was?
Don't let virus out. No, it's
That's
too many words.
Yeah.
You meet your 18-year-old self. You're allowed to say 3 words. What do you say?
I'm trying to think of more. I don't know.
Maybe it's something you...
It's also way different for me. That was 4 years ago for me, as opposed to that was a long time ago for you. That was like 107
Yes,
years
Matt,
ago
that was 107 years ago. Yes. Yeah.
Nathan said, "Don't marry her." Jeez, we're having a nice and bright Wednesday morning today. Very positive outlooks.
Nice.
Gary, it gets worse. Let's keep the positivity up, folks. Who's got another one? That's great. That's great.
Adulting truly sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Run. That's it. Don't grow up. I think that's the best.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with don't grow up.
We'll have to post this on Facebook today.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. And we'll share the answers with you tomorrow. If you don't see it,
Yeah.
follow us, please. The Pete Braley Show page.
Yeah.
So, I do. If you think of any more, by the way, let us know.
Let us know. Yeah.
But I do have that story about gift cards that I mentioned at the beginning of the show. This is a company called Bankrate.com. They found that more than half of adults currently have unused gift cards, vouchers, or store credits. In total, that adds up to approximately $15 billion in unused money is out there.
It is one of the smartest things companies have ever done for the company. Because people buy gift cards where the company gets the money.
Right.
And
then
so many people don't
come
cash
back
in
and
on
get a product.
So it's just free money
Yeah.
for the company. So
the average value per person of those unused credits is $116. That's the average for all of us. 116 for me. 73% have left those funds untouched for a year or more.
Mm-hmm.
Millennials, in particular, were most likely to have unused credits sitting around with no plans to put that money to use.
you just forget about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I have... A lot of us probably have a Dunkin' Donuts card, right? That probably has a few more.
I think I literally have a Dunkin' Donuts card. I got to be careful.
I'm
not going to pull out my credit cards or anything.
I have 2, because somebody could really enhance the video and see your number. Yeah.
Let's see. I got my laptop hiding me. I do have a Dunkin' Donuts card. It has Santa on it.
Santa?
A library card. Don't know the last time I used that. Dave & Buster's Power Card. Okay, those aren't gift cards. Let's see. You can keep going.
What is a Dave & Buster's Power Card?
When you go to Dave & Buster's and you want to play the games, you have to insert the card.
Oh, okay.
And so that's just what you load the points on. That's it. Just a Dunkin' Donuts gift card.
When I was when I was down in Virginia Beach, my daughter Sarah bought, because I had said to both Sarah and Doug, while I was down there, I wanted to go to the Outer Banks, the North, because it's only an hour and a half away from their house.
And that was before the TV show was big.
Right.
Yeah.
And because I've always heard about the Outer Banks, especially, whenever there's a hurricane coming or something.
Yep.
So I was curious. So they all said, oh, sure, we'll do that. And we never got around to it.
Yeah.
And for Christmas, Sarah actually bought me 2 gift cards.
Mm-hmm.
One was for like a bakery, and the other was for a coffee shop.
Did you guys go?
No.
Okay.
I have them upstairs. I don't even know why she sent them back with me. I thought, why don't
That's
you
a good point, yeah.
Why don't you guys use them,
Well, it was a gift to you. You guys need to go sometime.
But
Maybe in August. Why don't you guys?
So I'm thinking that's the only gift card that I really have that I can think of.
That you can think of, but there's probably more like in your drawer or something. Yeah.
The good news is that most gift cards do not expire until after 5 years, if they do at all.
Yeah.
So, but card holders are still susceptible to losing those funds because they may misplace the cards, they may forget about them, or forfeit the ability to trade them in if a store goes out of business.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That happens a lot, right?
Yep.
The best way to remedy this is to assess your outstanding store credits and make a plan to use that money.
No one's going to do that.
If you can't use it for yourself, then use it for somebody else, either by buying a gift or by passing on the card.
I laugh because I just looked like the Dunkin' Donuts gift card is so beat in my wallet. I can't imagine like loading more money and giving that to somebody. Like, hey, happy birthday. Got you this. Looks like crap.
Now,
But, sorry. Well, I was going to say that like just thinking of how many gift cards out there have like 99 cents on it and just threw it away.
Yeah.
And so all these companies add up the 99 cents that company has made.
You're right.
It's crazy.
Brilliant idea. And I wonder if the person that came up with the idea got rewarded for it,
Probably not.
Probably not, right?
More often than not, people aren't rewarded for their ideas.
Yeah.
I wonder if what I wonder is if like the initial intention was that they could see the money that wouldn't get spent, because I feel like it was probably just like a good way to give a gift.
Yeah.
And then like it was probably like an after they were like, wait a second, people aren't actually going to use these. We're going to make so much money.
So much money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it really does make a lot of money.
I did learn that you could try to resell the card at there's a couple of websites. There is cardcash.com, or raise.com, which can let you get back up to 85% of its value. So, something to try.
Something to think about.
All right, have you seen the Tom Brady video? I saw it on TikTok, right? But it's also been on his Instagram. It's been everywhere.
Yes, yeah.
It on Sunday, there was a video uploaded by Brady on social media that shows the Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback throwing a ball at a jugs machine. That's a ball launcher.
Yeah.
That went extremely viral, but because people were amazed by his accuracy. Shall we look?
Yeah, let's take a look at it.
Ready? Got this? Let's go.
Now, of course, the whole point of the video, people look at that and they say, wow, he is good. Look at that. He can throw it right in there. But the video caught the eye of a CGI expert who makes a living exposing digital fakery on YouTube. Now, I have watched this video several times. I've seen other versions that slow it down. I can't see this, but he tweeted. He believes the video is a fake because he says, note how the patch of the background behind and above the machine wobbles differently from the rest of the environment. We'll watch it again in a moment. He says it's hiding a person who was catching the ball and throwing the ball back is his guess.
I will say that the first time I watched it, I just assumed it was real. I was like, it's Tom Brady would be able to do this. Like if anyone could, it was him. But after reading that, I went back and watched it, and I could definitely see how like someone's
can see it?
behind there. No, I can't see the moving thing that they're talking about. I don't have access to slow this video down, but there's probably some out there that slow it down. But I feel like you can kind of see how someone could be behind the machine catching it and loading it.
All right. Well,
So
can we watch it once more?
We'll take a look again.
Ready? Got this? Let's go.
Because also, my gut reaction is that the machine wouldn't work. That I feel like if you threw it in the machine, it would automatically just shoot back. Like it would.
It wouldn't
The
catch
motion of the wheels spinning out, it wouldn't catch it.
it would
I
spit it
don't
right
think.
back. Right.
And I don't even think it would spit it right back. I think it would just kind of hit it and it would fall in front.
Okay.
I don't think it would work like that.
Yeah. But, you
But
know,
again, if anyone could do it, it'd be Tom Brady. So could be real.
and it got our attention, right? Everybody's talking about it.
It went viral.
Yeah.
Brady and his social media team is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I will say.
Yeah.
We do have a lot of the 3 words that you would tell your
Oh, sure.
18-year-old self.
Okay.
Val M, I like the creativity. It's a question.
Yeah.
Having fun yet?
That's good.
The answer's probably yes at 18, I would think. But give it a year and I bet the answer changes.
All right.
I'm speaking from personal experience.
Okay.
Dana says, I'll always grow old. I refuse to grow up. More than 3 words, Dana.
Yes.
But no, I think he's talking about don't grow up. I like Gales. Keep your focus. That's a good one.
Yep. Very
That's a good one. Peter Guy, I like this one. 3 words. Go for it.
Yes.
Great advice for an 18-year-old.
Yep.
And then for the gift cards, Gary says, this is why I can't use that Benny's gift card. Dang it. Benny's was
I miss Benny's.
the one that got away, man.
Yeah.
It really was.
How many times have I just said, I'll go to... No, I can't go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just loved, as a kid, going to Benny's because of the bike section.
Yep.
It was always fun to poke around there. And also, they had the best toy section, was Benny's.
They did.
They did. I loved poking around the toy section of Benny's.
Can you remember, this is... for those of you out of town, how do you describe Benny's? Benny's was a discount store? No. A department store. Kind of, it had different departments. And
It was similar to a Walmart.
yeah,
They didn't really
but
have the
smaller.
food. Yeah, smaller. Yes.
And you just whatever you needed. If you needed a bucket, you go to Benny's. If you
Yeah.
need a tire for your bike or for your car, you go to Benny's.
Yeah.
If you need,
They had whatever you needed.
yeah, they had
If you
everything.
needed a kidney, you go to Benny's.
Yeah.
Like, they probably had it.
I think it was.
I don't know
Alfred.
how. That's not
Yeah.
legal, but they had it.
Yep. Do you remember the first Christmas without Benny's? Oh my God! Because you used to always go to Benny's
Yeah.
to get your lights,
Christmas lights, yeah.
to get your
That's a good point.
outdoor displays.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now you got to go to, like, Home Depot. It's weird.
Yeah. And,
I don't
and it's
picture
a
Home
huge
Depot
warehouse.
as a Christmas lights place, but that's where
Yeah.
you got to go now.
Yeah.
Or Amazon.
Remember we used to buy those 4-foot. Like we had a snowman and we had Santa.
Yes, yeah, the plastic ones.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't get the inflatable stuff here.
No.
Because being so close to the ocean, they would blow away
Yeah.
within the first 2 days.
And even the every morning we used to go outside and have to pick up Santa. We used to
Yeah.
call him the drunk Santa.
Yep.
Because the wind would come off the water and just.
We had everything, though. We had, like, a nutcracker. We had angels. We had, I'm trying to think off the top of snowmen, like you said.
Mrs. Claus.
Mrs. Claus, Santa Claus.
And
We had everything.
We bought them all at Benny's.
Did they break? Why'd we get rid of them?
I don't know. That's a good question. I think one of them
They
might
probably
have-
got old.
Yeah, they got old. They got a little weather beaten.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, we used to stuff the bottom of them with rocks.
Yes, that's right.
Um,
They were fun to drum on.
yes, they were.
Sounded like a snare drum. The
Yeah.
nutcracker and his hat was perfect.
All right, so we're going to post that thing online about the advice you would, in 3 words. What advice would you have?
Yeah, I
if
have
you,
one more. It's Shasta said, living the dream. 3 words.
nice,
Yeah.
nice. You meet your 18-year-old self. You've got 3 words to say. What is it? All right. What are you up to today?
That's a great question. It's funny because that was my idea for, like, the end of the show.
Yeah,
we
it was.
talk about what we're doing. I hate that I came up with that idea because I never know what I'm doing
I'll
on the
drop it.
spot.
Then I'll drop it. I have to go to the dentist today to have. Who gets cavities anymore? This guy.
You do, yeah.
This guy. I got one cavity, and I got to go get it filled today.
They yell at me all the time. Knock on wood, never had a cavity.
Yeah.
They yell at me all the time. This guy gets a cavity, he's best friends with everyone. I don't think that's fair. I don't think it's fair.
All right.
Yeah.
So-
What am I doing today? Somebody let me know. I have a to-do list. I don't know.
Okay.
Music stuff, show stuff.
Show stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Same old, same old.
We hopefully you say a little prayer for my grandson. Liam's got a bad chest cold,
Yes.
and
A lot of snot going on.
yeah, his father posted. Never realized toddler could have 100 pounds of snot in one nose.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Yeah. But Sarah and Liam are scheduled to fly up here tomorrow, so
We'll see.
I hope he's well enough
Yeah,
to
we'll
make
see what
the
happens.
trip. and-
Dana says it's those Fluffernutter Fridays, Pete. Cavities.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Our thought for the day today, note to self, you don't gain anything from stressing or worrying about things you cannot change.
Boom.
All right.
Love it.
No matter what, go out and make it a great day.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.